forgotten that one. Come on, what kind of guy would that make me? Now, for anybody on YouTube who's tuning in right now because the stream has just started, first of all, welcome into the chat. I'm really glad to see you guys. Couldn't have done it without you. But second of all, you might be looking at this build and asking yourself, well, what does it do? That's the neat part. Nothing. But now we have a lighthouse, which enables a slow pivot, potentially. So what are we going to do? We're going to sell both of these. Why? They were just piranhas. They honestly, like, that's not even a, oh, he's selling too quickly. No, it's that piranhas kind of are doing nothing for us. But then we put this out, and now we've got a build. We need more slow. I need more. Give me 8 gold. Our economy is looking a little bit in shambles right now. Now let's talk about the game instead of real life. No, all right, none of you help with what I'm going for. The claw might be out. Now we could have done cove maxing, coved up, and then done crab claw cove build. That's possible. Street gamer. I mean, I feel a kinship with him. We're both kind of gamers in many ways. Plus, it'll give me a good idea of how strong the shit is. Because if I can't beat this, our build has no, what is this? When you use a small item heal 5, he kills us, I think, actually. Wait, he might just win. Hold. The lighthouse is lighthouse maxing, potentially. Oh, but I don't have any way to reload this. So now we're going to be very slow for a bit. But then we get that going, into another stinger going, into another bunch of burn on you. 45 damage, not a huge fan of that, but just wait. Any day now, my net will go off. So what's the issue with the build? Well, aside from every feasible part of it, there's actually not that much wrong with it. Now, when you're using an adjacent item, charge this. If we could get a way to put heavy on the yo-yo, yo-yo does have a spot in this build. Blue Piggles A does not have a spot in this build. Don't let it tell you otherwise. It really does nothing for us. Let's just go here, get a silver tier upgrade hammer. Wouldn't help. Then we'll get a skill. Your rightmost burn item has +3 burn. Good answer. Good answer. That's actually helpful. Now we can upgrade a bronze item. I know that I'm using a bronze item, but I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if the stinger is long for this world. Plus, you buy my bronze tier items at +1 gold in terms of their value. So I think I can drop the pearl. I don't really think the pearl's getting added in, because even if I was gonna do something with the claw, the pearl's probably not a huge part of the build, just because it does barely anything and doesn't have any built-in way to scale. Now, what are we looking for? Well, none of those, unfortunately. I was looking to sell Stinger and upgrade for another slowing item.
My fight isn't with you.
It doesn't seem like that's the case, but also none of the items that we've been presented with, there's an argument you could potentially make for Beach Ball. I don't think you're making that in good faith. I don't think you're coming to me as a scholar with that one. I think it's just like, what if in the future? Because even then, what are we hoping? I think I said baseball. Beach Ball. Even if we had Beach Ball, what are we hoping to accomplish with Beach Ball? And I think unfortunately the answer is like, I don't know. And that sucks. Now, Bolus does not go off here, but this is a very, very close fight. One that we easily win with hundreds of HP remaining on our side of the field. You see that? That's 1 million. So honestly, I just think that, you know, our build might be unbeatable, and they might have to do something about the Proboscis Lighthouse and nothing else on the field build. Seeming pretty good. What would help a lot? Medium items are precisely what we're looking for, because this is Doc. Let's just say if you heard some clapping there, it wasn't my hand. All right, now that's a huge get for us. Absolutely massive get for us. You know what else is massive? Hold on. So 9 seconds to slow 2. It might be worth running it like this. And I know that seems insane, and it seems like I'm pulling a little prank on you. What did he mean by that? I was talking about Ninja's low taper fade, obviously. Anything else you could have thought of, I mean, really, that's between you and God. Upgrade a bronze tier item? Don't really have many that I'm looking for, so give me a bronze tier skill. And I know, before anybody says anything, I'm 100% aware that I am using a bronze tier item right now. I really do not want it to be part of my life. Like, it would make my day if I didn't have to run this bronze tier item anymore. That is not helpful. We're looking, what else slows in this game? Surely Retiree has something. Not the Proboscis build, excuse me, it's Proboscis Lighthouse. It's 2 different flavors of ass combined. Don't you say just not the proboscis, okay? We're going crazy in terms of having the worst possible build you could think of. But check this shit out. Now we got dock lines. With dock lines, the build feels not strong. Well, eel's slow, but you missed him. I don't think I even saw eels. I think you're lying. I see eels. I'm kind of famed for paying good attention to the items in front of me. When you heal, this gains damage for the fight. I don't really do that much. Now, buys your bronze tier items at +1 gold. Am I insane for thinking that there's a world where I sell my yo-yo? No, I sell the piranha. Then I go buy gumballs and we hold a lot of gumballs for Val Pack. Hydro Dude drops eels. Okay, so that I could agree with. That I should have done. I don't know if a gumball scambit praying that this guy shows up again is really worth our time. But I don't really know what I'm going for. Because the other nice part about gumballs is anything that's plus damage is really good for this. But we have too many dead rolls because I don't care about shield. Crit doesn't really matter aside from for our lighthouse, which I guess, you know, it does matter on that one. But even still, it's whatever. I think you need a heavy lighthouse and you win. Heavy lighthouse would be good. Another one that I'm holding on to, if I can get a heavy yo-yo and have yo-yo keep going, because then it goes with proboscis and lighthouse will both get charged by yo-yo existing. And I really see a vision with that one, so I'm holding on to yo-yo on the off chance we get a way to get that going. Yeah, I don't think there's any world where gumballs are the option. Give me some econ play. Ambergris is actually a huge econ play because for the uninitiated, every time that I buy an item that's aquatic, it gains value, which means we get some money back. I mean, the left merchant also sells items. Yeah.
I was expecting you 0.5 seconds ago.
For each adjacent friend. Is a proboscis my friend? No. Is a stinger my friend? No, but Ray is in every way better than Stinger. True? Can somebody retruth this on my Truth Social account? Then this one slows one item for 2 seconds also, and that's on a 7-second cooldown, which is arguably worth more than our bolus. So definitely you're in. I'm retruthing that one at the very least. Like 20% better, is it worth the 2 gold? This one could potentially be more than 20% better. So I think it's way more than worth. Plus, it was free because Ambergris gets value from it, which is why I'm also looking at these as any aquatic items. Now, there's a world where you take star charts so you can work the docks because obviously working is all that I care about in the real world. So what if we did that here? Now, that's an interesting ideal that you... Ooh, now that's an interesting one. You talk so fast in this game, man. That's because I'm thinking fast. So I just kind of try to verbalize what I'm thinking. I can slow down if we want, but the game lets us slow down at so many other points. And that's when I'll finally get to talk about something, but there's been something on my mind. But we'll get there in a second. I don't know if star chart's worth it for working dock. Whatever. If we see the docks, I'll be so happy that I have it. If we don't see the docks, I'll feel like an idiot. Obviously, this is Dooley, who is not the docks. No, I'm just saying you're going crazy.
This more fun.
Well, it's because I'm trying a different build. When I do the same build, when I do one weapon Vanessa, I don't need to talk this fast because nothing matters. I just select my one weapon of choice. Yeah, this Dooley's gonna outpace us, I think, and I think that's okay because we're not there yet. He's there and we aren't, and that's honestly great for him. By the way, when I said he was gonna outpace us, I just want you to know something. I fucking lied. I fucking lied through my teeth. I'm going on the naughty list for spreading misinformation online. So I guess I'll see the rest of Twitter on there. But yeah, dude, one thing that it's an irk and a pet peeve, but it's been going down. It's no longer as much of a trend. So I feel vindicated that a lot of people must have felt this way. I despise restaurants that try to give you by the way, Stinger's definitely out of here. They try to give you like newspaper or newspaper printed wax paper or whatever underneath the French fries you order. Like they bring out a basket and it has newspaper under it. I don't understand the idea behind it. Because it's obviously not real newspaper. It's made to emulate newspaper. But why, in what world is my fantasy when I go out to eat? Boy, I would love to eat off of a piece of newspaper right now. That's very far from the world in which I would like to live. GTA looks crazy. Yeah, I agree. That's why we just picked it up. Now, I'm thinking there's another world where I don't know if jellyfish is better, but there's a potential that... How do I move this? I think grapple hook's probably out, right? 7 seconds, slow 1. I mean, I guess there's a world. In a world. Yeah, you do like this. I mean, do I like that more? Do I like double casting the 8 second or just getting this out? I feel like that's just better. But I guess there's a world where you remove heavy bolus because it only fires twice. I'm sorry, the claw has to go. That's true. That build is completely gone. But I was still just thinking for this build. Now, the one thing I will say with the newspaper underneath your French fries, that probably was fucking awesome in December of 2001. Because you're finishing up your French fries and you're like, holy shit, there was another plane. What the fuck? I'm allowed to make the joke I'm American. Anybody else, if you laughed at that outside of the US, that's fucked up. I'm allowed to laugh at it though. December? Well, it's because I'm saying the newspaper would have circulated at that point. I know it happened in September. The bolus is stinky, it fires twice. Yeah, exactly. Since bolus gets so outscaled anyways. But is there any way to like transfer the heavy from one to the other? Like do an energy transfer technique? I don't think so, right? Because I would love to put heavy on pretty much anything. No? We'll wait for somebody who buys them at a higher price. Now, what I'm going to do here, you just gotta. It adds 2 to this one. So it was a net gain of 1 by the time I sell the ambergris. So there's no reason not to. Now, teach silver skills. This could be big for us. When you use a weapon, it gains +3 damage to the fight. See, this doesn't count as using. So I don't think tempering works. When you have a vehicle, unfortunately, a lighthouse is not a vehicle yet. When you freeze, your weapons gain damage. That's double scaling, no? Well, this doesn't count as using, I don't believe. If it counts as using, tempering is the choice, but I'm not sure if it does. For science, yeah, we'll try. I'm worried by its wording where it just says when you slow, deal damage. But we can try it. Now, this is precisely why I bought myself a star chart. Because now I can lie on my resume. Ooh, and then the Kaivar commander is all about slowing, if I'm correct. I mean, his underling is, so he's gotta be. You move. And we'll see. If it does work, this is huge. Enemy. What do you do? It's just a bunch of bees and something that hits for 150? All right, it does not count as using. But he's the bee guy. Honestly, I thought that he would be more about slowing. Considering the Kaivar drone is all about slowing, I think. It might not be Kaivar. They're all made up words. It's like trying to talk to a Star Trek fan. I still love the bee build we did. It might be the best build I've ever done. It was so funny. Like, not best in terms of its wins. Now, hold on. It has to be dock lines that you get the cooldown off, right? Because then dock lines scales this one faster, shoots probiscuits faster, and makes lighthouse go faster. So I feel like it has to be dock lines. It's the biggest enabler that we have on the field. Grappling hook, you're not long for this world, but you're definitely better than the other options. Fishing net, it's still technically econ. Not great econ, but it's still technically econ. Now weapons, we do have 2 weapons. But what if I got a small non-weapon because we're running a lot of those? See now, I wish Clamra was my friend, but I think Clamra's extra seconds on cooldown are worth slowing 2 items at the start of the fight compared to whatever grappling hook is doing for me. Heavy bolus, I don't want to sell you yet. I can get more value out of you. I just feel it. Get a tool, travel almost anywhere. Well, this could be anywhere. It could even be like somebody I want to go to, like the medium. Exactly. Now, the joke here is the medium weapon person was right next to me before, but this way I got there in style. Yeah, grappling hook's gone. Heavy bolus, I'm still waiting for somebody who sells or buys at a better premium. Star chart stays for now. Okay, yeah, I mean, you see wanted poster, you just get wanted poster, right? You just keep it in here.
I like the exercise.
I think you have to. Star chart might have to go because of that, but honestly, until I see a reason to, it's so undervalued because it gains damage for every hasted item. Yeah, I'm just not hasting this build. I've wanted to do an Arbalist build. I think it's so close to being good. I just don't know how I enable it. Because it's rough to find a way to constantly haste stuff, but also reload, since it needs to be reloaded. That's why Shark Ray has kind of just been like beating it off for a while. Good for Shark Ray, by the way. I mean, I guess we're hasting technically with this one. We're never getting through this build. It's too defensive. I mean, hey. Look, we're almost breaking through, which I'm pretty happy about, honestly. Yeah, we lose pretty handedly. If we get some more burn on this, that's the main thing. Weapon spam and haste potion. Right, but I'm saying, like, how do you reload it? Or I guess the idea is Arbalist is just your finisher for that one. Silver aquatic? I mean, we're using a couple aquatic items. You're aquatic. I could be convinced that that's a really good choice. I could also, like, eat shit. That's another option. What do we drop? Heavy bolus drops here because we need to pick this one up. We pick this one up. Then the reason I had to sell heavy bolus there is because now we get Piranha. Narwhal is a friend, which gives an extra multicast to Illusory. I'm sorry to Narwhal. It's just not in the cards for you. Buys large items at plus value. Small and medium is 95% of our build. It's got to be worth checking because now we have an Illusory upgrade. That's not bad. The catfish will never gain haste. He will never be balling. I mean, I'll buy this and have a gold Piranha every day. At the start of each fight, haste all your small items. Holsters does have a world where it exists. It's just not this one. Get a poison item or sells items. Honestly, just give me some free money. Catfish, nice to see you. I did think about buying you. And I want you to know, I still thought about it. You're gone. It's got to be the mosquito. Because then we get when you slow haste a weapon 1 second, that'd be huge because then Jite would keep going off over and over. But even more so than that, I mean, just look at everything. When you use an adjacent item, slow one item for 2 seconds, this would be massive to get. Amber would be awesome for us turtling more. The Stinger, which is what we're gonna get, would suck ass. A Proboscis would upgrade our Proboscis.
See that plank?
Ooh, that's not that bad. It's trade health for power. Trade, oh, wait, hold on. Trade health for power.
But much we require.
Deadly enchant. Oh, it's only on your leftmost weapon? I wanted to put deadly on Lighthouse. Because then Lighthouse would get tempered and it would also count as a weapon. I mean, I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna do it in the order that it would work regardless. It's not how it works. It's fine. Jite will still scale itself really hard, and it's weirdly supposed to be an all-star of this build now, I think. Now, we're still a little broke, and I wouldn't mind rushing another level, so give me XP, because XP is now very rough to find. Upgrade a silver or lower item. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of options we could say. It's got to be dock lines, because this should make it 3 items.
The quicker the fight.
Slows 3 items for 3 seconds. That's too good to pass up. It enables everything so much harder. Do I think that this build can go all the way? yeah, it can get a bronze victory. Probably not against the sniper rifle that will never let me live, because one crit on a 40% chance and we're dead. Now, granted, that is only a 40% chance. What are the odds? There it is. Right on schedule. How nefariously timed. Well, the odds are 40%. Yeah. Well, might as well be 100. It did just happen. If you didn't crit, you would have won. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that sucks, but that's just variance. Is what it is. Gain 5 gold, sells ammo items or chocolate bars. Give me the 5 gold. And then, honestly, show me some weapons. Hopefully, we can upgrade a jeté. Hopefully, we can upgrade anything that's helpful here. No, just, I don't think any of you are really doing much for me. But it was worth the check. It was worth the check. Ghost Pepper, Viper Tyrant, and Chili Charles. Wow. Can I just say, I want none of you. Can I just say each and every one of you truly does dampen my day to see you in front of me. Thank you so much. Ghost Pepper looks like a burn. I would agree with that. I guess burn is still good. I would love to get cinders. I mean, this is honestly your average spice enthusiast. Whatever happened to like spice being an additive that adds to the flavor? You know what I mean? Because I feel now everybody who likes spice loves. Holy shit!
Wait till tomorrow.
When you burn, gain 6 regen for the fight. Yeah, no wonder he had 120 regen. Okay, yeah, my burn meant nothing to him. He just ignored it. But like spice used to be kind of. I'm not gonna say it was underwhelming, but now it's all. It's like a dick measuring contest to see who can eat the spiciest thing. But I don't really care how spicy something is. I care what the spice is doing for its flavor profile, you know? How is it changing my enjoyment of the meal? And normally the answer is very well. But sometimes I see some of them where they make you sign a waiver before you have it. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't think you're enjoying this. I think you're bragging that you can do it. Now, why are we going here? I'm doing anything to try and recoup the loss that we just had there. Do I think this one's going to be recouping anything? Not very likely, but it's possible. I mean, what are we missing? What are we missing? Everything? Yeah, I mean, probably like a good haste engine. But I don't know what a good one would be for a build such as ours. Granted, I don't think that this guy really ever hurts, right? And then we are still scaling. We do have some decent hits. Oh, wait, deadly is just crit chance. Oh, I thought it was lifesteal. Oh.
Not even a battle?
Well, that's still good. Turtle shell, unfortunately not. Did I see that right? Gold skills are really good. We have to go slow skills, don't we? I don't know. I don't know when it's worth it. I mean, you gotta. I don't know. I mean, it could be really rough. First 4 times you use your rightmost item, charge 1 slow item, 1 second. If you have exactly 1 cooldown, its cooldown is reduced by 5% when your enemy has a slowed item. Don't think that's it. The first 4 times, nope. Feel like it might be a righty-tighty kind of angle with Lighthouse staying on the rightmost. That's my honest, humble take on it. That should help us go a bit faster, which is all we want to do. Because once we start stacking burn, the damage is really good.
You should know.
Yeah, get shit started. Yeah, and especially because now we get this going at the start of fight, which will then instantly. I mean, this build goes faster than us. Plain and simply, I've seen this one on the interstate before. It just goes way too fast. We don't have a chance. Hold on. Classic sandbagging, perhaps? Has he fooled them all yet again? Yep, all right. Lured him into a false sense of security exactly as I planned. I mean, it's simply too easy. The fight, he goes slow as hell. He's going 40 in the fast lane over there. Poor guy. I mean, even though a mysterious portal is nice, we gotta look for any burn-related items we can find.
Just a matter of finding it.
Motherfucker. A hasted something might make all the difference. I don't disagree with you. Probiscus getting upgraded could be huge for us still. That could still also be huge for us. No space for that. That's actually a very apt point of view, the Bazaar. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, I think scaling Proboscis is huge because that's just going to be damage every time we do pretty much anything. Now, what about for the other ones? I mean, I guess I'll buy a little bit of these. I really like the Mysterious Portal because it could be a free enchant. I know. Well, that's what I was kind of weighing in my head. I just feel like I need more power right now or more. Now, right now, this is definitely the incorrect choice, but I didn't know at the time that they were going to give me fuck all. So, reduce cooldown by 3%. Give me a 3% less on this one. Yeah, something, I mean, maybe holsters could change a lot going faster at the start. Small shield item could change next to nothing. Chocolate bars aren't even bad right now. I feel like chocolate bars are the option. And I know I'm missing out on one, but Dragon, I mean, if we could not kill a random guy who liked Ghost Pepper, what are our odds against Dragon? I'm gonna say pretty low. Infernal Frigate, I don't remember what you do. I think you're weapon oriented. Joyful Jack is either poison or fire. Which one would I prefer? Well, I'm a little bit more of a fire guy. You died a dragon, but if you could get crazy burn items. Yeah, I know, that's what hurts. It's poison. I guess we go Infernal Frigate then, because I think this one at least has the incendiary rounds. Yeah, it does, which is something. Is it going to be what we're using? No. But hey, it's still something. Now, what would make this build feel even better? Well, that felt pretty good. We had a really good chain there. That was a clean line. Anything here that we're really looking for?
Pathetic. As spineless
I'll tell you,
as
I'm
jelly.
not looking for Trebuchet right now. Yeah, no. I wish I was. I wish I was. But I'm just looking at the items. Nah. Getting your double multicast faster would be pretty crazy. That is true. Get a silver tier weapon, silver tier loot. I mean, the loot could be anything. It could be even be exactly what I need right now. When you sell this, your leftmost item gets +2 value. All right, that's cool too, I guess.
The Bazaar's a crazy.
Why are we holding on to it? I don't know. I heard there's something you can do with like enchanting a truffle, so it's worth holding on to it. Do I know if that has any merit and or value to it? No, I just heard that, okay? That's word on the grapevine. +3 value. You're an aquatic. Well, if I bought you and sold you, I'd be down 4, but up 3. That's called losing $1. Okay, I think we move on. You enchant a truffle when you sell it, it goes to a different item, but I think that got patched. Well, then what's an enchanted truffle do? I feel like that can stay in. That's rewarding good play as far as I'm concerned. By the way, our Jete has now been upgraded yet again, and so now it slows a little bit. Oh, it scales more. Scaling more actually does matter. I thought that it was going to be a completely nothing upgrade that would change absolutely nothing about the way I lived my day-to-day life. Turns out, this could be the largest moment of my very career. What the fuck are these Orbeez you got? You got nanobots? This item's cooldown is reduced by 1 second for each friend. And then you got toxic DJ. I mean, I don't even know what's going on. I was about to say I respect you for doing a different and fun build for Dooley. No, the fuck I don't. You're using Power Drill. If he didn't have Power Drill, I would say this is a really interesting build. But turns out you're just still... All you're doing is Power Drill funneling yet again. Dooley, you got something new, or is it Power Drill funneling again? It's Power Drill funneling. Okay, visit a random enchantment location. Enchanted item with slow effects. Now. Hello? Okay. Power Drill is a terrible item? Surely we're not talking about the same Power Drill. Surely we're not talking about the one that even Dooley players say is really good.
My people need me.
When Dooley players admit an item is good, that's how you know it's broken. Granted, I know right now he's not as strong as he used to be. You don't have to tell me. I know, but still. It's Ash, right? Did it get buffed? No, dude, it's one of his infinite items. Now, getting a burn item, I don't know. Unless it got nerfed within the last patch. In which case, it might be horrible now. Okay, Jules Cafe. I don't know about that. But between that and ammo items, hey, Jules Cafe. I think weapons getting plus 25 damage is huge for Proboscis maxing. Then aside from that, I'm feeling crazy. I'm feeling wild. I'm feeling young and wild and free. We beat the weapons platform. I don't even know what you do. And I don't even want to know what you do. And that's kind of the best part, because now, I mean, it's just going crazy, I think. It's definitely way faster with it this way. I'm stupid as hell. We had a whole yo-yo where the entire point of it was yo-yo maxing. Well, I don't even know if heavy yo-yo would have been the ticket anymore. When you use a small item, this gains plus 30 damage for the fight. Now, that's interesting. That is very interesting. I don't know if it's what we're looking for, but that is very interesting. We could enchant an item. Or enchant an item with haste effects. Maybe you just haste dock lines and call it there. I mean, I kind of want to test the truffle thing, but it's not really worth it right now. I think that this is the play. Hasted dock lines? Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing. Sells items? I mean, there's so many in the game. Surely I'll get precisely the one I'm looking for. Yeah, I didn't even know what I was looking for myself, so honestly, fair enough. Why are we buying these? Love of the game. I just want to say that I had them at some point. RNG manipulation. I've set us up on the perfect line now. Sells skill upgrades. Well, there's a lot of skills I would not mind getting upgraded. For example, when you slow, haste a weapon for longer. Don't hate that. I don't love it either, because I mean, really, it's only the Jete, and it's probably already perma-hasted. But still. All right. Pygmalion on day 9. We are probably
Underestimate me.
dead.
Makes this more fun.
Dare I make a guess? An educated one. Pig is slow, don't worry. I don't know, I heard Pig's the best one. Unless he's running square. Doesn't look like it. Well, I don't know. What is this one? Pawn shop? No, this is just a pawn shop build. You have increased health, max health. Okay, so he's just doing big max health and trying to burn down while healing, I guess. I see where you're coming from. I mean, this thing's already hitting for 300, critting even harder than that. Jete? My fucking man. I always believed in Jete. I always thought it was one of the most underrated. I told you this was getting a bronze victory, by the way. But I always thought it was one of the most underrated items. No, I'm kidding. They had to change this item so many times. Jete, I think, has had... not the most, because I wouldn't even know what that one is. Blue Piggles X. This man slipped his business card in my pocket because I beat him. Well, since we already got our heavy enchant, I think Yo-Yo's out now. Unfortunate as it may be, because it was the whole idea behind it originally. Sells non-weapons. It's like 95% of our build. Hold. Alright, sorry, just got a notification on my phone. I think the 2 enchantments tied this build together. Yeah. Which is kind of sad because it's not really good play by me. Well, when your enemy uses an item, slow it for 1 second. Now that is I mean, you gotta understand, right? I'm a very different beast than most. I see an item like this and I think to myself, there's no world where I don't run tripwire. But over what? Now there's an argument that actually Proboscis is doing nothing for us. I don't know if I agree with that though, because I feel like it's doing a bit of sustained damage. I do know tripwire has to be out here. I do know dock lines is definitely staying out here. Now, is there a world where you do keep running it like this so everything can stay perma-hasted? I think there might be. We'll try it. We'll see how I'm feeling. If I'm gonna love it or list it, but I've got a feeling I'm on the love it side. I kind of want to drop fishing net just because I'm getting tired of it taking up so much inventory space, but fuck Proboscis, more slow. Yeah, my only issue is this is only 19 burn right now. First time you burn each fight, freeze an item. When you crit your burn items, gain 2 burn for the fight. Now, that's a lot of money required. Luckily, I've been holding on to this and we've been scaling it. So, I think improvised burn might go absolutely insane here. Now, Proboscis can't crit. I want items that can crit. You can at a 1% chance. What are the odds I miss a 1%? Let's try Trash Titan. And let's see where we're at with this one. I can't remember, is Trash Titan... No, Trash Titan's not the one who heals based off the poison on him or something like that. Let's see how this feels. Because now they're using items, everything is slow. We're up to 23 on our burn. Okay, it's not scaling as fast as I would like. We have a lot of really good feeling lines with it like this. You just give poison, right? Oh, no, you don't even give poison. You're even worse than that. Sorry. You are haste and charge. You are poison skills or skills unique to Vanessa. I wish I had the knowledge to know which ones were unique to Vanessa. Also, really quickly, let me just. All right, there we go. Inventory space cleared. That felt pretty good, though. I know poison's out, but haste and charge might have to be in. I think that's what you gotta go for here.
You can think yourself.
First time you use an aquatic each fight, haste, or first time you use an item each fight, haste 3 aquatic items. Aquatic. Well, it does seem as though that is perfect for what we're running.
Really is.
We are running exactly and precisely 3 aquatic items. So get a small item. Temporary boost. Give me the temporary boost. Give me the 25 damage. Very daring today. I know. Chant an item with burn effects. So now I think there's definitely a world. Do I put it on the prob or do I put it on the trip? Prob or trip? Now that's a great question. Maybe just trip. But Proboscis goes every time I slow. Proboscis goes every time. The tripwire slows anyways, which means Proboscis is strictly an upgrade. It's only 4 burn right now, but now each slow is also 4 more burn in addition to scaling this one. And whenever we crit, burn items are gaining more. So now I think Proboscis has finally earned its spot on the team. 11,000 HP pig. All right, I'll see you guys in hell. It was fun while it lasted. Let me guess, this got a crit on it? Yep, 84%. Okay. We're on borrowed time, you motherfucker. What is this? Freeze adjacent items for 1 second, reduce the cooldown of those. Okay, I see what you're going for here. Please. It's just not nearly enough time. I knew that crit was coming in my heart of hearts. Plus 50% crit chance. What even gave it? Damn. I guess it's deadly enchanted. Freeze adjacent. I've never seen this item before.
Each bounty gets us closer to victory.
Well, now I know what Ice Luge does. It didn't affect that game at all. It would only affect it if it had to go more than once. It didn't. It just happened that Pig had 30 billion HP. Also, right after I changed my build to counter the fact that spam builds are all that everybody runs, I run into the one guy using a Regal Blade one-shot build. I mean, that's just a rough world to live in. Damn, that's finally getting approved for my heart transplant and my lungs fail the next day. That sucks. That's a rough rotation. Okay, now that we're doing ranked, I will start the golden skill. You might say, why not do some pig games? I don't know, I just like Vanessa. There's something about her gameplay flow that I really like. I don't know, man. Maybe my burn items have +6 burn. I mean, like, inside you, this one's out. Initial dose is out, right? It's a question of, do I want +6 burn or +6 poison? Now, poison Vanessa is very doable, because we've got pufferfish, we've got, I mean, that's the main best poisoning one. But I honestly think burn has more options because we like had the lighthouse one from last time, and lighthouse does feel really good. There's also the fact that lighter is such an easy to get item that goes constantly, and having +6 burn on it makes it a not insignificant item. I think I just prefer burn over poison as a player. I think poison is stronger, but small non-weapon item. That could be a lighter, but so we could also find one here because it's small and large items. I'm thinking of going to fuck myself tomorrow. What do we think about that? All right, give me something to start. That's all of our money gone. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, and then they're gonna give me the poison one, huh? I mean, say what you want. You should have picked the poison. I agree, but I didn't know that at the time. Wow, fangs are quick. Wait, this is strictly a better katana. All right, I'm waiting for one crit, 20% crit chance. If I lose this, by the way, we're just abandoning the run, and then I'm gonna restart the ranked game. I didn't realize it was 6 seconds for Pet Rock to go off. Holy shit, 6 seconds? What the fuck is he doing? What, is he running to the store for something? It was 6 seconds to throw a rock. Kids on the playground do 97
Just
rocks in a
one battle.
second.
Plenty more coming.
All right. Honestly, just like, fuck me, huh? Well, that's horrible. I mean, I guess that's just a lack of knowledge for you. Well, now we're all in on this. I know what you're saying. I thought you said you were going to back out. Yeah, I'm too selfish. The silver tier loot item. If you have a friend, get +1 XP or 25 max health. Give me +1 XP. I need it desperately after losing that other one. Okay.
My fight isn't with you,
So our
but if you
build
insist.
doesn't do anything and is horrible. But on the upside, all they have is a fiery revolver that does 0 burn and a trebuchet that's gonna one-shot me the second it goes off. 16 on a crit, yeah. Pet Rock might be the worst item in the entire fucking video game. It's actually offensive how horrible he is. Wow. What do you do? This is your only friend. Your items have +10% crit chance. That's not even worth why this just does that. So what's your purpose in this world? To be a leech? To be a little bottom feeder on society? I don't know if I agree with that. Small weapon, sells weapons. Just give me a small weapon because we're broke. What are my thoughts on this one? What are my thoughts on this one? I think that I can run this for now. And then when you have a crit with another item, charge it 1 second. I don't know, though. It's still not good. Your leftmost item is plus poison. You absolute so-and-so. That's crazy to me. That I'm just hated. That's wild. When you use the weapon to the left of this, deal 10 damage.
Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
Yep. All right. It's just the build. And with it, we will do absurdly strong things. I just don't know what yet. Now, throwing knives while going faster, I want this on Pet Rock so that it can consistently go. And then I think we just have to go Coconut Crab, because we got to fight the weakest guy we can. And even here, I'm looking at the fact that he shields for 30, and I'm going, oh no, that's my entire build. Wait, 30 damage isn't fair. That's everything. That's actually everything. Yeah, okay. Honestly, we might lose again. Now it's up to 32. First time you fall below, okay. Your shield item gain +2 shield for the fight. He's scaling too much for us to be able to do anything. You are single-handedly the worst item in the game, Pet Rock. I just want you to know that. We currently have more HP, but then once he gets this going, it's way closer, and then the claw is probably going to go off before it ends. So we tied with the weakest encounter. Things have looked better for us.
Gunpowder.
Now I have the ability to deal 0 damage on command, which is pretty
If I don't
good.
have what you need, I'll help you find who does.
It has to be
Toss that
Cutlass.
on my back, and I'll trot it to your door.
It has to be both. It can't be both of those out. It has to be this in. Unfortunately, Pet Rock out because we need as much crit as possible on the. Even then, that's horrible, man. I don't know. It's something, though. It has inspired more confidence in me than the rest of the run has thus far. And I do mean that as an insult to everything else that we've seen. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
You should know.
So,
I'm a bit of a legend.
how
on
do we
Bernardo.
stabilize? We are currently in a death spiral. How do I grab out to something that isn't there? Well, you shield for 86 every couple seconds. Now that seems really bad, but what you're neglecting to mention is the fact that with a 30%, I will double cast and hit none of the crits, and I will probably continue to do so for the rest of my days. Yeah, so then I also, now we have 4 attacks and no crits on a 30% chance. We now have 6 attacks and no crits on a 30% chance. Now, let's see where we go from there. You see that? It crit once. It did crit once. 8 attacks for 1 crit. Oh, and then you hit me with 2 crits at the end there. I mean, it was doomed no matter what we did. Shielded Pearl is simply better than our entire board. I mean, our skill is doing nothing for us. We haven't seen a single fire item or burn item since I decided to take the skill that's all about burn, which has been, and then we've gotten another poison item. Clearly I've chosen the incorrect pathway for me going forward, but at the time, it was anyone's guess. Get a bronze tier loot item, or 2 gold. I mean, just give me 2 gold and a bronze tier loot item. That's something. What do? We move this over here. We sell that. It's moving a little bit faster now. This here, probably. I mean, maybe like this. Doesn't really matter. Now, what are we looking for? Medium items? A way out.
I think you're really
That's something. Doubling the damage of that is not insignificant. Could have bought shovel there. Probably should have bought shovel there. Give me the Tempest Flame Dancer. Now, here's where we're fucked. I can't get the Fiery Cutlass because I own the normal Cutlass. Now, there's a world where you tell me, well, Salted Slices, what you should do is sell your normal Cutlass, then beat him so the Fiery Cutlass is in the rotation. And I would normally agree with you, but I can't beat him if I don't have the Fiery Cutlass. So now we have another +1 burn. At some point in time, I'm gonna make somebody very happy when I see a burn item. That's not a burn item. I'm gonna sell this because it's a bronze item that sells for more. None of you help me remotely. It's a Hail Mary, but it's my Hail Mary. You have to be kidding me. Like, it's not bad. Obviously, it's not horrible. But you can't be for real with the fact that my item from another class was Eagle Talisman. That feels so targeted towards me. What are we looking for now? Sell skills? Yeah, man, I don't have money, though. Sells non-weapon items. Maybe we can get a burn item here. Honestly, Joe El Bozo for even thinking for a mere moment that I could get a burn item. Sorry for suggesting it. What are we going to do here? Just give me fishing rod, because that's econ. That's something. That's though econ's what we need right now. All right, we're about to get our shit kicked in by a dually. Hold on, we have scaled a little bit today. Maybe I'm undervaluing the current items that I have. He only has 4 skills and better than me. When you hit, honestly, it's just too much for me to read. You have an obsidian core? Oh no, it's just called critical core. Okay, okay. I was about to lose my mind with the fact that he already had an obsidian enchant. Please, man, 40% and I'm missing? Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay. Somehow stabilizing, slightly. Now, do you get any XP for a win against a player? No. Okay. It's just wanted posted. Like, I mean, we got the 1, but the 1 was just for the time passing. I wanted to check just in case. We are still too low on money, but we do have a star chart, so I'm down to work the docks and get some extra XP going, then upgrade a bronze tier item. There is a bronze tier item I would very much like to upgrade. I would love to get more cooldown reduction on star chart so that this can go more. It's not a 1-weapon Vanessa build. Stop saying that it is, okay? There's very clearly a lot of differences going on here that not everybody understands. What's the difference? I've got a couple more weapons that do nothing. That's the primary one. Every now and then we can haste Pet Rock. Fuck yeah. I mean, he is my goat. Give me Mountain Pass, because I don't think we're that weak. I think that...
alive is inefficient.
Shit, you're Technovirus. I thought you were, but then I was like, oh, their name's not Technovirus. Well, we're probably fucked unless I get really lucky really early. I mean, in a perfect world, they just kind of destroy the things that make the... Ooh, we're losing a lot of crit now. We're down to a 25% chance. I think he just wins. He did destroy one of his poisoning items, but the 21 poison from the other one is going to be too much. And then the fact that it hit the wrong one there, that's rough. The 30 regen. Okay, I mean, we just didn't stand a chance against this guy. All right, maybe I should have just gone to the shop. Well, it's really easy to say that when we see how it panned out, but if I got an easier fight, that would have been the correct pick. I mean, I guess not even easier fight if I would have recognized who it was, pulled off. Yeah, see, like, we're not going to do it still. Honestly, my confidence is at an all-time low currently. I'm just going to take the easy fight. When you haste shield 20, or is it shield 10? Shield 10, okay. Yeah, I mean, we should kind of outscale him because he doesn't really do it. Sorry, he doesn't do anything to scale, I don't think. So we're just kind of like slowly now chugging our way through. Oh no, your adjacent shield items gain. Okay. and then you're kind of like made to be a little suboptimal because you're the easy fight. Yeah, that adds up. If you're wondering why it's not between both of these. Or the tools have their cooldowns reduced by 5%. I mean, maybe we could do something with toolbox and go for some kind of build there. I don't think it's a great idea. Haste the aquatic item to the right. Oh wait, you're only aquatic items to the right? Why would they make you so ass? Also, why is the pet rock who clearly got fished out of the ocean not aquatic? What was he up to? Give me more there. Sells aquatic items, eat at big fins. Show me aquatic items and show me somehow one that will like enable me to do anything. Show me one that will like change my whole worldview.
Little secret. You're the only air breather I like.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, man. I really don't want to talk about it.
I hope you use that to
If you're about to tell me that this is not a good build, save your breath. I'm more than well aware this is not a good build. You don't have to tell me twice, okay? I didn't choose this life for me. Sell small items? Yeah, man, I'm broke as hell. I need 2 more gold. I gotta sell stuff. Bayonet and Pet Rock, if they're coming back out, we're fucked anyways. So we might as well sell them. So that way we can at least get plus 10 damage on our weapon, which is unfortunately not insignificant.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share
I
of
mean,
storms.
we're fucked no matter what. Pardon my French. No, the reason we are, is that monitor lizard? No, it's chem snail. Ah, new age. But this is plain and simply not going to work. I mean, here we're just gonna get slowed to all hell, despite the fact that I have 2 other ones that he could slow. However, it seems like he's very adamant on hitting this one. But again, is it slow a medium item? No, slow 1 item for 1 second. Okay, for once it hit not the one that I need to, I mean, yeah. We've got no scaling. We've got no chance at a successful future in this business. I mean, it's rough. It is a rough start. Your burn items have +2 burn. Your poison items, when you poison your weapons, gain 5 damage for the fight. Now we've got some form of scaling, and I know that's not good scaling from this one, but maybe going forward we'll be able to find out some way we can actually leverage this. It's looking grim.
We have so much new stuff to show you.
Yeah, it is looking pretty fucking grim right now. The Reaper is here. Because this shit is grim. Oh, that's rough.
Really?
That is a rough world. I mean, I guess maybe I could have done a water wheel pivot, and maybe I should have. Honestly, I 100% should have. Give me the preening duelist, because if you want my honest take between you and me right now, I think the preening duelist does win, but I think everybody else did too. Yeah, that's a rough hit, huh? That's the whole HP bar. But don't worry. We double crit and we're back. We're somehow sustaining. And then, once more.
But I followed the 10 principles of dueling.
Hey, me too, man. I've been following them for a while. Revolver? I mean, maybe someday. Upgrade a bronze item. This is huge. This is huge. Because this is a big one to upgrade.
This will inspire the crew.
This will inspire the crew, believe it or not. Now, Pearl's Dig Site is actually a way out. Such as Obsidian, deal 8 damage for each non-weapon you have. But it's a static 8 damage. When you use another non-weapon item, charge this. Oh, I wish there was a way you could lock in this game, because then there's a world where this could work. Where you do an Obsidian Astrolabe with a bunch of poison non-weapons that would then increase the damage of your Obsidian Astrolabe, and they would haste each other. But could we get something better? Because even if I take this right now, we don't have enough to facilitate a swap yet. But I think I will take it. Fuck it. Invest in myself. Get a silver tier weapon. They hate me. Get a silver tier item. Give me something. I mean, that's a cruel and unusual thing to give a guy like me right now. I do think that is the play, though. I see our way forward, because then we can start playing more around shield, more around our defense, more around what we could do with these. But it's rough, because right now oh, hey, he's got the Diamond Fangs one. Now, this is going to also be a really tough one, because it's going to freeze items, and we can't do much about that. I mean, honestly, we're a one-item build without any freeze protection, and we're fighting freeze. Losing here, I'm not even going to blame it on the fact that we have a horrible one-item build. I'm going to just blame it on the fact that I can't do anything against freeze. You know. I'm thinking. The gears are slowly turning, but they are turning. Maybe I don't care about Cutlass. Now, I know that seems like an obvious thing considering we keep losing with it, but I just mean, maybe I care about this. And then maybe. Okay, so Obsidian just makes it a weapon now. Sure. But then maybe there's a world where you do something like this. He's trying too hard. Hold on. 15% crit. I mean, I need a haste enabler. Getting an extract doesn't help. I know that I'm using poison right now, but it's not precisely what I'm looking for. Because then we're on to something, right? Because then you put out this. We drop the Cutlass. I'm getting rid of that one, all right? I already know that that's out of here. So what are we doing with this? This is going to get +4 burn for each adjacent friend or property, which means this is a property. You have no space for that. That's actually a very astute observation, the Bazaar. I don't have space for that. Now, we don't have dock lines yet, but we can still haste a lot of items. Your leftmost burn item +1 burn. And then you're going every now and then. Oh, but it's so slow. It is so slow. And use another aquatic item. But we don't have that. Counting aquatics, I would guess we have 3. So then maybe Pesky Pete would just be out and then this goes in. I mean, that's worth considering. Because then the more those go, we get to haste more non-weapon items. That could be a play. I don't know, let's try it. Because then as stuff gets haste, our whole build... Okay, I don't need to explain to you how haste works. I'm sure you understand our build will go faster if stuff gets hasted. We're going to fight the dire mosquito, because then we could get potentially a slowing aspect to it. Now, this being dock lines would be a really good upgrade for us. I'm just a big dock lines fan, though. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. Because now we're dealing damage every time, and we're scaling its damage each time that the catfish goes off. But I need to use more. So maybe I just don't care about Lighthouse, and I start getting more small items in. That could be the world I live in. That could be it. That could be it. Maybe it should be. When you use an adjacent weapon, slow one item for 1 second. Okay. So you remember all that like talk that we've been having about, oh, how should I swap this out? So like, I think what you actually do, like for real, is you do... this. Because now every time this goes off, a slow will go off. And then also, this one's getting all of its aquatic charge from the other stuff. Now we are losing a little bit of crit chance, which that does suck. But I think it's like, it might be a necessary evil in this world. See all that the Bazaar has to offer, buy my bronze tier items at +1 gold.
Can I help you find everything?
I mean, okay, because that's a huge get. So we sell this right now, get our 2 gold from that, upgrade this one. Hopefully that downs its cooldown or ups its haste. I should have checked what it was doing. Haste a non-weapon for 2 seconds. Now that's way better. Honing steel, charge adjacent items 1 second. If you have 5 or more unique item types, reduce this item's cooldown by 50%. So maybe rowboat. Okay. You were just an aquatic vehicle. I am just a man. I am just a man. But okay, so so in that world, walk with me and talk with me for a second. Just imagine you exist with me for merely a moment. In the world where I'm running Rowboat, would it not also make sense to do something like this? Because now you have a 4.5 second cooldown and you will charge adjacent items by 1 second. Now, because of that, I would actually like to readjust the entirety of the map to look more like this, because you are also an aquatic item in and of yourself. And then there's no reason for Neurotoxin to be out, because Neurotoxin would only be out for the Lighthouse, but then you're losing value on this one. You're not actually losing value on it because you can just put the Pearl over here, because Pearl doesn't need to be next to anything. Then I think you've got to build. Maybe? I think there's a build buried here. I don't know where, but I mean, like, I'm going to find that. I think upgrading a silver or lower tier item. But which one? I'm kind of fucking with the Rowboat.
The keener the blade.
The keener the blade, the quicker the fight. That's true. That's true. Now,
Go ahead.
what am I looking for
Makes this more fun.
from
You
our
should know,
fishing
I'm
rod?
a bit of a legend on
Do I
Blood.
just want another pearl so we can try pearl chaining with an obsidian astrolabe out? They're saying that it's an insane idea, but I think that it might be the correct idea. Now, you're no longer next to enough friends, Pesky Pete. I didn't even think about that, but honestly, I don't even care. I'm a fucked up, different kind of creature. I don't even care about that. But you know what is an optimization that should be made then? Catfish should be next to Rowboat, because then we get more poison on them. More poison on them also means more astrolabe charges. More astrolabe charges then means we're hurting more with that and hasting harder.
You fall like a
Yeah.
boulder.
I flow like a river.
We're still on 2 prestige, so don't tell anybody we're dead yet. I mean, I'm doing a lot of work. I'm doing the mental gymnastics to try and make this build work, but maybe the smartest thing you can know to do is to, like, say it's over and walk away. Or maybe you pivot. Sorry. Hold on. Stick with me. Stick with him now. Hold on. Stick with him now. Because now you get, hold on. Yeah. Stick with him. He's on to something. Guy who's on to nothing, he's on to something here. Because now you're a weapon that I will have it next to, and then we got this going on. Now, there's another way to rearrange this, which I should be doing. Thusly. Because then Pesky Pete gets the extra charge from that. He might be onto something. Word on the street is he's onto something. Sell skills? Yeah, I've got no money to my name. So, I appreciate the idea that you're putting forth with selling skills. I just don't think that it's going to do anything for me. But I think that this could work. Now, I know we can go work the docks and get some money and some XP because we have an astrolabe. Oh, so I don't even need the other thing that's in my backpack. Or are you just happy to see me? Viper Tyrant doesn't do much for us compared to Joyful Jack, so I'd rather just do the Joyful Jack fight, assuming that we can beat him, which I think we can, honestly. I really do believe in this build. I needed to start faster, because once these go off is when it kind of goes crazy, because that's when we get a ton more slow procs, a ton more burn procs. We're at 100 burn, they go off again. I need a haster. But where would one find the kind of haste I'm looking for? I don't quite know. The answer could be within the mysterious portal. Purchase an item from Mac. Let's see what the MacBook Air got for us. Gain 3 regeneration, adjacent poison, or adjacent potions. No, freeze 1 item. Your other freeze items have plus 0.5 second duration. That's a cute idea. Not what I'm going for. I'll roll on Mac, even though it's expensive, because I don't even know what he does. When you use an adjacent or dragon item, this gains plus 3 burn for the fight. When you use an adjacent or dragon item, it's an interesting idea. One that I don't even know if I'm against. But that's kind of what terrifies me, is I don't know how I'd run it either. I don't think Pearl's out. I don't think Rowboat's out. And I don't think Star Chart's out. So because of that, I need to drop something. And most likely the candidate is Pearl. It could be an Illusory, but I mean, the triple or the 2x triple cast is really nice. Yeah, I think I'm just window shopping. Classic me. Stares at it for ages and then just walks away without buying anything. They love me. Wait, hold on. When you crit, your burn items gain burn for the fight. I have no chance of critting. The first 5 times you use your leftmost item each fight, haste an item for 1 second, or when you fall below half health each fight, slow 4 items for 2 seconds. I like both of these. I'm gonna go with Lefty Lucy instead and get more haste going. Sells aquatic items. That would be our entire fucking build. Yes. Well, okay, so docklines are pretty hard to say no to now, aren't they? But then how does one slot a line of dock within here? I don't actually have any idea. Because you're... Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I don't know if Pesky Pete's doing much for us. And then at that point, you can take out Neural Toxin. But if you're taking out Neural Toxin, it does beg the question. And, like, I mean, it begs the question. What's the Obsidian Astrolabe doing? 40 damage. I mean, honestly, maybe Catfish is just, like, the answer, right? Because what the fuck is he doing for us? So then I do something like this. Maybe I just keep 2 of these guys sucking each other off. But then Astrolabe's not even scaling, so it, like, really does beg the question, what's Astrolabe doing? And I don't think I have a realistic answer for what we have the parts here, and I think that's what's kind of messing me up the hardest, is I know I have the components and pieces that I need. So maybe Rowboat's the companion we're looking for here. But it sucks because I would have to... The adjacent items that I'm charging for 2 seconds, Docklines and Illusory, those are really good, but I'd like it to be the Illusory that has triple multicast, but there's no feasible way you can hit that. Because the one that has triple multicast needs to be next to another friend or Ray, but Rowboat is obviously neither nor. Yeah, we'll try it like this. I mean, I think that there's also just like the argument that he's doing too much. When you haste charge this, well, I don't really... Haste and non-weapon, okay. Hold on. I'm getting a little bit mind flooded with options here, I think. I think there might be too much going on the screen. Yep, it's all over the screen. I'm just gonna ignore it and we're gonna act like we didn't see it, because really at this point I've looked at this for so long and attempted for so long to try and make something work that if this, and it's possible I've overthought it. I've looked at it for so long that now I have the worst of all worlds. And I believe that. What does this one do? When you win a fight against a monster, this return, with this, get a random loot item. Oh, that's kind of interesting. So now these guys are a little bit off center with each other, a little bit off kilter. He's just burning faster and all he has is a fucking matchbook. 2 matchbooks. Sorry, I should check myself. So then it really is interesting that I would do all of this to just get outmatched by a singular matchbook, right? Shield effects or enchant an item? Give me any enchantment of your choice on the lighthouse.
I'm on the edge of the plank.
Okay. Well. So now... Promise you won't hate me. We're gonna rethink stuff. Because when you poison our weapons gain damage for the fight, that does seem like Obsidian Astrolabe has a good reason to be here now. But it does ask what's Pesky Pete doing for us on that 7-second ass cooldown. And I think the answer is actually nothing, and that the multicast is worth less than having Neural Toxin here. Yeah. This is my build. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you think it's the worst build you've ever seen. Because you know what you don't understand? That you're 100% correct. What we got here? Pygmalion? What you got for me, pig? Damn, briefcase? Shit. Yo-yo? Hold on. You use an adjacent item, charge this 3 seconds. But then, you use an adjacent item, but... Okay. Herm indeed. Because, I mean, like, there's a... But I don't know if it's the world in which I live. I don't think that it is. I don't think it's the real world where you do any of that. And I'm so broke that I can't even afford to reroll. Which might be the most tragic part of it all. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna poison equal to this item's burn. And we're gonna see what we got for us. Nightshade, slow, when you slow, charge it. Fossilized femur could help. It unironically could be the keys to the kingdom that we're looking for. Fossilized femur, yeah, that hurts, man. But honestly, what hurts more? The fact that you think you can win. That's what hurts the most, is looking in the mirror and thinking that you have a chance. That sucks. What did I think of the obsidian astrolabe in there? I don't think that it was doing anything.
Walk it.
Okay. Well, so it begs a very interesting question, doesn't it? Welcome to the Grok Want Smash build. What we're gonna do now is the following. Just gonna beat the shit out of our enemies. I don't know. I've been lost for a while at this point. I'm praying that somebody can find me. Get a silver type weapon. What if I not sold neurotoxin, but what if I sold feather currently? And then I got a silver tier loot and it was another feather and everything went so fucking fast. But what if I sold this and got +5 damage? 5 whole smackaroons for that one. What about then? And then what if I gained a temporary boost? Now, what would this boost be? Gain 10% of your max HP because we just need to survive longer. Now, many people are saying that this build does nothing.
Not to squabble with nobody.
What they haven't seen, like Ollie Pats has no clue what's about to hit him. Coral armor, okay, shielding isn't fair. Musket, all right, so you probably just beat us. You poisoned me for 3 at the start of the fight, and that honestly hurts more than anything else that you could have possibly done to me, because like, who the fuck poisons a guy for 3? Now we have the Grok Want Smash build. Grok Want Smash is going absolutely crazy. Okay, issues with the build. Let's reassess, reevaluate, circle back to this one. So there's a lot of problems. What's absolutely not a problem and doing its best, you gotta give it up for dock lines just being one of the best items of all time. Selling small items, there's a lot of small items that I could see a lot of value coming from. Getting more burn, that's actually one of the very few I see 0 value in. So I don't think that that's part of it. Roll me, because we still have a potential of jeté. Jeté would be slowing an item, but it doesn't have the multicast. It would keep scaling. I just don't see how it works. It's fun, it's fresh, it's unique. But is it good? And I think that that's unfortunately where I have to say it's so many things, good isn't one of them. Especially for the majority of my remaining money. I've got to be a little bit frugal. Now, Pearl's Dig Site has a lot of fun tricks in its bag. No. No. Nope. Alright, so none of those. No. Nah. No shot. I promise that Pearl does have interesting items. Kinetic cannon, no. Hot springs, no. Plasma grenade. Well, 9 seconds slow everything. What do I think about 9 seconds slow everything? I would say if we had a way to reload it, it's worth considering, but we don't. When you sell this, your leftmost item gets plus 50 damage. Yeah, or I could slow something 1 time. So, I mean, it's a nice idea. Slow all enemy items for 3 seconds. Slow 1 item for 3 seconds. When you use an adjacent item, charge this 1 second. So I'm kind of fucking with the ideas behind what marbles are doing for us. But I need another item that can work here. Elite Duelist, I don't think you have what I'm looking for. but Big Ego could still change a lot for me going forward, because then Fossilized Femur is so much more than I bargained for, yeah. Now, what is... Oh, because we have Lefty Lucy. I sometimes forget about that, by which I mean very clearly every time I'm playing the game, I forgot about that. So Lefty Lucy's not doing much for us. I guess it's because 1 second of haste. I mean, that's a blink and you miss it haste. I don't know about Revolver either. Now, it is another small item, so you could say, but isn't that precisely what you've been looking for? I'd wager it's not. Now, Star Chart is definitely out, right? These other ones are the interesting components to think about. Slowing an item for 3 seconds. But it's only one item, but then you gotta charge it every time you use something else next to it. So what am I looking for here?
Nothing tiny.
Let's see.
Huge.
Let's see.
All about moderation.
It is all about moderation. Now, a diamond item would only reduce its cooldown down to 5 seconds, and I just don't even see a world
That's okay.
where I could facilitate the idea that that's worthwhile. Enchanting an item with haste effects, well, now, doesn't that just change everything for you? Isn't that just that kind of shit that makes you get up in the morning? So what are we gonna put it on? I'm actually gonna put it on the femur, and you can say that that's insane, but it is going to haste for so long. Haste an item for 4 seconds. A 4-second haste is actually absurdly strong, I think. Now, what are we looking for from these? Reducing items cooldowns, that's big. Crit chance, that's huge. So I'm gonna put both of these directly on my king, the femur. What else are we looking for from here? Gain 1 regen. I'd rather die. Sell this one. Now we're getting places. I've been going places. So now what are we looking for when we roll again? No, Proboscis is, it's don't be tempted by what the songstress says to you, okay? That is a smooth talking temptress who does nothing for us. Proboscis is not here. Close your eyes when Proboscis walks onto the screen, okay? Do it like a sex scene when your parents are watching. You gotta just cover your eyes. Slow, I don't know. When you use an adjacent weapon, we're not using any weapons. I think that this is still the best we've got. I do think that almost any other Vanessa, specifically one who's a complete level above us, probably puts us into our place and reminds us of why we're less than. But this is a poison Vanessa, which might mean we've got a little bit of but it's poison burn pufferfish. I think we lose, but we do slow really hard, which would be this build's #1 weakness. However, they've also frozen us, and I don't even know how, but they froze the most important component of our build, which is of course dock lines. And I think due to that variance, we just don't stand any chance, because freezing one item for 3 seconds, they decided to hit the pivotal key piece of our build that held everything else together. Unfortunate win. Don't even show me the build. Don't even show me. The subscribe button popping up there irritates me to no end. The fact that they're still trying to show me Lefty Lucy. Yeah, I know I had it. It did nothing. All right, what was the issue with that build? Fucking name something that wasn't. How about you do that one? I dare you to name what wasn't the problem of that build, because, man, there was a lot that was left to be desired. Are you gonna go enchanted item now that gold skill has burned you? No. Okay. Non-weapons have 15%. Your rightmost item has 24% are burn items. Rightmost 24 is pretty good. Burn items, I know that last time it led us astray, but it's because I didn't really go for a burn build. Jay sells items. We should get another merchant, so I'm going to invest in myself and get a little income. That's right. We just go for a fight now. All right, I'm going to go click the Kaivar drone, and I'm going to do the streamer thing and go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Now you might be saying, why didn't we go for the burn NPC over the insect wing potential one? The answer might surprise you. It's because I was a little bit afraid of the burn killing us after last round. So I decided, fuck that. I'll invest in the safety of home. Find a strange green mushroom, sell small and medium items, buy. I just need lighter. I need lighter so bad, dude. It's fine. Just sell nothing but medium items is cool. That's also cool to me. All right, level 1 versus level 1. I have no longevity. If they have any way to deal a sustained amount of damage over time, we're just fucked. It's not a sustained amount of damage over time, but it is damage at least. Your rightmost poison item has, yeah, welcome to the fucking group, man. Neither of us got anything good, I see. But now I'm out. Yeah, they just scale better than us. Boop. I mean, almost even. I wish there was a skip button, because fights like these, I know how this is gonna go. You don't have to make me slowly watch. I see I'm out of ammo on double barrel. I see that all I have is shovel double barrel. I know this isn't going anywhere good for me. Now, why do I have shovel over potential other items? Honestly, I could have sold and got the... Okay, hold on. Use an adjacent friend. Haste this 1 second. Okay, bomb squad might actually have something to do with this build. I'm not 100% sure. Does Finn still give you regen? He does. I think regen early is still really good and very much worth running. Leftmost poison item, your weapons have crit chance. If you have 5 or fewer items, you get plus % crit chance. Just give my weapons crit chance, because I mean, I'm sure we'll get something that I would like to use that is a weapon. Upgrade a bronze tier item. It has to be the shovel, because then we start digging up silver tier items, and I think that that's just worthwhile. Now, there's no reason for us not to put out Bomb Squad. But it also doesn't do anything for us right now, aside from every 9 seconds do 10 burn. So because of that, I don't think we beat Covetous Thief, as sad as it is. And I think we just go to Giant Mosquito and we hang our head in shame. Giant Mosquito, we should easily beat. Honestly, I don't know what Covetous Thief is for HP. In my mind, he's 600 health. And if he's 600 health, we don't beat him. But if he isn't, then I'm a big, dumb, wrong idiot. So hopefully he does have a lot of HP. Perfect math, lethal from Bomb Squad. I mean, you gotta give it up for him. When using adjacent friend, haste this 1 second. So maybe we could get something on with that. Your items have plus 4% crit chance. That's not bad at all. It's hard to complain about, which sucks.
Nothing huge.
Because complaining is what I do best. If you have a vehicle, I don't, but I still think it's the best choice from these. And then I just don't really worry about it right now, and we move on. Worst case, I can sell out my wheel later, if need be. Sells ammo items. No, a tiny but cute mysterious creature, but then I can gain 1 XP because I actually have a friend with me for once. I gotta remember that that's how that interaction works, because I could be able to cheese some extra levels here. Now, against this dually, he wins. I'm resigning myself. Oh, never mind. I thought he had the burn core. Well, he got the poison fang. He's got a normal, oh, that's just gonna be rough, huh? I mean, dear Lord, before I even had anything go off. Damn, that's just so many high rolls in a row, right? Leftmost weapon deals plus 20. He got himself the toxic fang off the early encounter. He's got a silver rocket launcher already. And I mean, like, plus 6 burn on his items. That's just high rolling. I don't have that kind of high roll. I'm close, but I definitely don't have that kind of high roll. Bronze tier loot item, I'm down for. Bolus, is it any character item? I thought it was from another class. From any hero. I guess Vanessa does count as a hero, so fair enough. Hold on to our feather, because there's nothing I want to reduce the cooldown of yet. We're still very lost in this world.
Now, if that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
Lighter existing is huge for us. No. I'm gonna do something crazy here. I'm gonna sell Bolus. And I'm gonna buy Disguise. Silk. When you sell another non-weapon item, this gains 8 shield. I just don't think I care, so I'm gonna just get all my money back. Well, it might be worth having, honestly, especially because I don't know how long Double Barrel is going to stay on the team. For now, it's definitely here because, I mean, I really have nothing else to do. Going to decrease the cooldown of this one by a bit and then hold on to the other feather just because that one's way more universal. So I'm likely to find some use for it. Aquatic items should definitely be a friend. Okay. Hold. Because now... That sucks. That's so ass. Because if I want to get both, which I do, it's going to have to be perfect match for it. Because I want to get this one, and then I want to get this out there. And then what do I want to do with Bomb Squad? You can just kind of sit over here. Hopefully we find another friend that takes up one slot. If not, I think it's better to have a board filled with items that I like and see a future for than just a bunch of random items. Now, do I think we beat the Aetherite? I actually do. But I'm gonna well then put your money where your mouth is. If we beat the Aetherite, we beat the Aetherite, right? There's nothing to worry about. So prove it. Prove it then. Show your hot shit. Show you are the man that you talk about. And I think that we are. I really do think we just win this. Because yeah, they're scaling up their barbed wire slowly, but I don't care. I'm out shielding you the whole time. Yeah. No, that's light work. Now, what are we hoping for here? Force field is not a friend, unfortunately. I kind of thought he was because there's a guy in there. But we can deal damage equal to our shield while we have submarine. That's an interesting prospect that you bring up. We should be able to beat anybody. I mean, come on. You're level 4. Now, what are we looking for this? Maybe training weights has something to do here. When you overheal, but it's not great. Don't say that I'm saying it's one of the best items we could ever hope for. I'm just saying that it puts us on a path to have some scaling within our combat. Right now, we come with what we have. We come as we are, not as we should be. And we just say, hey, it is what it is. Take us or leave us. Now, what are we dropping here? It's got to be a snow globe drop. Well, I guess we can hold on to it for now. No reason to get rid of it. Sure. Upgrade a bronze tier item. There's a lot of bronze tier items I could upgrade. I'm going to upgrade Bomb Squad because there's no other way I can upgrade it. That and I have nothing else in my inventory I really want to upgrade right now, so kind of feels like a no-brainer when I put it that way. All right, decent build. Sells bronze, neutral items.
Everything you need.
What do we have? Your weapons gain 4 damage. I do like that. I do like this. So we drop this, we drop this. We do have the other thing to drop at any point. Sell this, your weapons gain damage. Your leftmost weapon gains damage, which means, honestly, let me just adjust the order of this so I never mess it up anyways. Well, yeah, because it's just your item. Sorry, I can remember if I took that one crit one at the start where my rightmost had the crit chance. If I did, I'd want to change around order. I did not. Likely knowing myself. Yeah. I think I'm pretty good there. I guess we'll take the insect wing.
Trash is tragedy.
What are we gonna do with it? Put this right here, drop that, boom. All right. Good shit. Do I think force field's doing much for us?
My fight is
Not with these
but if you insist.
yes timings, you know? Because this one goes off way faster, the submarine does. Submarine's 3.8, so we're gonna lose most of it by the time that our force field goes off anyways, I'd imagine. Well, not bad. I've definitely had worse builds. Don't believe me? Look at last build. That's huge. Getting both of those to go off is huge. Okay, but I didn't realize that you had the life preserver. I'll just kill you a second time.
Less plunder, more plunder.
Okay. Weird. I feel competitive. Isn't that strange for one of my builds? It's like something's gone wrong. I don't know what, but something's not right because my build is working. So let's take this one. As fun as it is to upgrade Bomb Squad more, putting more burn on the one that goes more consistently just is obviously the correct choice. Scrap for plus shield. I'm going to put this onto submarine, even though force field is still a very valid option. Hydro dude, I do think we just beat. When you use another friend, this gains +1 burn for the fight. Now, I'm gonna hold on to charcoal because charcoal Bomb Squad is a mini synergy there. I don't know if it's what I'm going to do, but then we could get Pesky Pete in between both of them, get something going on. Again, I don't know if it is my choice, but it's a choice. I think we readily beat Hydro, dude. Oh, man. The 9% crit coming through. I see what Bully players like Force Field.
Dynasty. Is it courage or madness?
Hey, man, I think you're a couple octaves too loud. When you slow, your items gain 2% crit chance for the fight. Okay.
Place to store the rest of the tyrant's
Not
gold.
huge right now. When you haste, your items gain 1% crit chance for the fight. Now, this is very good.
When you're ready, I'll send you to Orlin. But I'll keep you.
I can't even come up with like an excuse to not, whatever. It is an XP, but if you get a fight, you get more than 1 XP. So I'm a little bit gypped about that one, but it's fine. Sells items or get a burn item. Give me a burn item of my choosing. Lighter. Yeah, that's +1 burn, baby. So burn is like the sub theme. It's mainly a shield build. It's mainly a submarine force field build, honestly. Yo, you know how I've got a couple big items? Welcome to my exact opposite. Whoa! This has double damage? Yeah, I'd fucking say so, man. Holy. I mean, if we can survive the onslaught, which is looking less and less likely as the moments pass by, we're good. But there's one more that they've got in their fucking tank, dude. But it was close. But don't say it wasn't close. Yeah, I mean, that's rough. That's rough. Was the 9% crit chance just from our item, or is that our floor and then we get crit in the fights? Okay, that was our floor. Okay, okay. Get a weapon, sells non-weapons. And then what was our other new item that we just got? When you level up, if you have at least 3 tools, upgrade an item of lower tier. I understand what you're going for with hammer, and I do have 3 tools. So for now, it could stick around. I don't think that the snow globe's coming back out, because then we can upgrade that if we're lucky. I don't have the item that I was looking for. That's very embarrassing. Deal damage equal to your shield. So what's the difference between you guys? You shield and then deal damage to your shield. You shield and... But the force field goes way more. So, okay, so that one's just out. I mean, well, maybe it could have gone in over the other ones and then would be full shield build. But I don't know if I'm that ready to commit to it. We could get a friend or sell skill upgrades. We've got a couple skills I would not mind upgrading. This is a great one, 2%. Yeah, I'm down for this one. The slowed targets isn't a bad idea, but you got to consider I don't have enough slow right now to make that even remotely worthwhile. Gaining max ammo on something, yet again, good idea. We gotta go Trash Town Mare, right? So we can go for tempered or augmented weaponry, I think. I mean, maybe we could even get shielded brass knuckles. They could do something. Honestly, temporary shelter could even do something. Take out... I don't know if I'd want to take out Captain's Wheel, though, because we're getting free crit chance. We're up to 25% right now. That's 1 in 4 for all you people who didn't graduate your math class.
See? My opponent resorts to violence.
Says the guy who's got pepper spray with him. What the hell? When you sell a small item, this gains... look, dog's fine and all, but I'm just not damage maxing, so I'm just going to get rid of that. We're doing this our own way. I found my own solution. Shield 20 for each aquatic item you have. It's not the most shield, I'm noticing. When you buy this, get a piranha. I could. Not going to, but I could. All right. Sorry for checking. What would be really nice is to get a good upgrade on here. Now, I could have got free scrap there, but I mean, like, you gotta check these, right? If you have another item with burn, poison, slow, or freeze, there's a +1 multicast. It's not happening. When you haste, this gains +60 damage for the fight, but it would only go off once with our current build, so I don't think Arbalest is the answer. Eels, slow an item. When we slow, everything gains crit chance. There's a world where you eel max. I don't think that I live in that world. I think I unfortunately live in the real world where I've got to like make rational choices, not the one where I can just pick up electric eels and go, oh, but imagine if they fall over and die from a cardiac arrest before the fight starts. Looking like we're fighting a trebuchet build. Interesting trebuchet build, because when you use a weapon or haste, well, he's not doing a lot of that. But maybe he still beats my ass? I mean, it's many such cases. Salted Slices talks about how a build doesn't look good and then loses. Yep, it happened more often than you would think. More often than you should think.
You move in
Run is crazy.
lines.
Sorry, I had to check up on my boy. No, you good, you good. I mean, like, it's almost crazy. I just don't know what components I'm missing or how to change it around. Now, obviously, scaling would help. Freeze 2 items, or freeze 1 small item for 2 seconds, cleanse half your burn. Nah. It's just not the world in which I live, is it? I don't think it is. Now, there is the charcoal pivot still potentially available to us if we're not getting any scaling that I like.
Okay, now tell me something.
So now we've got scaling.
Huge.
When you use another non-weapon, you're both weapons though. But your shield items gain 10 shield for the fight. So, what if you did it this way? Yes, we're going slower because we won't have that. But then we have built-in scaling with both of these going. Well, then in that case, shouldn't you have... Oh, well, these go off at, like, the exact same time. Okay. There's a world. There's a world. I mean, honestly, in that world, I think that, like, what ends up happening is you do this. What's our thoughts on this as a build? Charcoal's not doing much when we don't have other friends, because, unfortunately, the turtle shell isn't aquatic. Or isn't a friend, sorry. I'll fuck with it. Yeah, I think that this might be the way forward. When you burn, reload this. Yeah, musket, I don't think you're in. Sorry. I was trying to come up with a funny way I could justify adding you to the build, and I couldn't even come up with one. So upgrade a silver or lower tier item. It has to be force field because I've got no other way to upgrade it. So we get force field upgraded.
Will inspire the crew.
Its upgrade does fucking nothing, by the way. So whatever you do in your life, never upgrade force field. It might be the dumbest idea I've ever had. Hey, why didn't you upgrade the hammer, you dipshit? Fuck! It was the whole reason we had it here, because we have 3 tools. Damn it. I forgot it was in there, man. It said peekaboo. It covered its face. How was I supposed to know? That's not fair. You can't expect me to have more object permanence than a toddler. Damn. Sorry. I'm a little bit defeated after that misplay. What we got here? Its cooldown is reduced by 5% while your enemy has a slowed item. When you slow, your weapons gain 2 damage for the fight. Poison at +2 for each, honestly. Slow and steady could work. Because we also have, when you slow, your items gain crit chance. I don't think we beat Lich in my wildest dreams. Let's see how the build is feeling with the turtle shell ideals going forward. I think that it should feel pretty good, though. I mean, that's the prayer. Because we're getting good damage. Deal damage equal to your shield. It's good damage, man. And then the burn is not insignificant either. These 2 burn items are a little insignificant just because of their time required for the investment. Deal 50 for each item to the left. Haste this and the items to the right of it for 2 seconds. I'm just not forklift certified like that. I understand what they're going for there. Just give me $12. Forklift are $12. Unfortunately and regrettably, I have to pick the $12. Okay.
Oh, delivery's free. I like the
Gear Nola
exercise.
bar, when you sell a tool, this gains +1 max ammo. It's a 5-second cooldown, but it does shield a decent amount. I just don't think... Is there a world where I run it? Now, there's also a world where you could say you're just playing dually anyways, put disguise on the field and run that with it. But I don't think that that's my world, honestly. I just don't. So I think disguise is gone. We've got something out of it. Do I use Gear Nola? I don't know if I do. Roll me. Okay, well, I definitely use none of these. You could say that Shark Ray is worth having over these 2. But I don't know if I agree with you because I need to use non-weapon items to charge the turtle shell. And then that gives more to the force field, which is our real ender, while burn just kind of keeps our damage sustained. So I think I'm chilling. But I did logically think it through. And then we go for a fight every single time. You motherfuckers. Let me guess, you're going to be like level 9. Level 8. You might
You
find.
should know, I'm a bit of a legend
It's.
on
I
Palaver.
feel like this build is better than it's doing. And maybe this is the day where this turns around. It's a trebuchet build. It's a trebuchet build with a fuck ton of weapons, and we go too slow to keep up, and so our damage output will get heavily gimped by the fact that they're just gonna destroy all of our shield before I can even do anything. So because of that, I just don't even get a chance to play the video game that I've purchased. Yep. Okay. Now, is it just that these two are too slow? It could be just that these two are too slow. And so maybe I just look into faster firing weapons for early. Just give me a random gold skill. We'll see what we can get. When you haste your items, gain more crit chance for the fight. I don't think I need that. The first 5 times you poison each fight, charge a burn item. We're not doing that. When you crit your shield items, gain 10 shield for the fight. Now, that's massive for us. Dare I even say the low taper fade style. That could be all we need. Walter Cooler. I didn't finish Breaking Bad. I don't even know what we're talking about here. I think that I dropped the hammer at this point. I don't want to drop the hammer. Do I want to drop the... I don't want to drop that either. So what are we looking at? Well,
But I can help you finish the fight.
there is another world where you run it like this. Because now every time we're critting... But that makes turtle shells so slow. So maybe the world has not changed, right? Maybe the world hasn't forgotten me. And it's just more like this. Because then the other ones can still crit. It's possible. It's possible. I know that I've just gone back to the same build that I had before, but wait, I think I rolled something I wanted, and then I don't want any of those. I know I could go jeté and get more slowing going on, but I don't really think I care. A variety of ways to enhance our offensive items. I'm gonna give it right here, plus 10 damage, because that's also plus 10 shield. And then what are we gonna do? We're gonna fight Treasure Turtle to see how the scaling feels, because he's just kind of a punching bag, I think. Well, I guess he also does have his own turtle shell, so he does scale somewhat. But even still, I just kind of feel like we'll be fine, and it will give us a good idea of because now when we crit every time, which should be decently often, and it's seeming to be decently often, we're scaling up. We're already at 117 on this. I mean, against poison builds, we're undefeatable for sure. But I've got to get faster. Your shield items have plus 15 shield. Now, that's a good pull. How do I leverage this to change for the better for me? Get a slow item, Illusory. Illusory is... I mean, it's, you know... I mean, it's part of the team. Begrudgingly. I'm gonna drop that tool. I don't think I'm ever gonna play around it. I'm not getting levels fast enough at this point for me to play around it.
I'm a people person.
Sells items. What are we looking for here? Win a fight against a player, gain 2 XP. I think it's gotta be that. We've got to bank on the idea that we can somehow rescale into this game. Silver gunpowder, 2, and a silver loot item. I think I gotta go for the silver loot item because I'm out of room in my inventory anyways. Upgrade hammer. When you sell this, upgrade your leftmost bronze item. My leftmost bronze item? That's asinine of you, because I don't even have a single bronze item. I've already dropped all the bronze that I would ever have. Okay. So what are my current thoughts? That I might be doing the best that I can. And we are fighting a pig who has barely lost. Well, he might outscale us a little bit. He might outscale and outpace us a little bit. Oh my god, it's so fucking over. Are you kidding me? And you have a 5x multicast? On Apropos Chapeau? We don't stand a goddamn chance. Holy shit! What the fuck is this build? Look at this build and tell me there's a god. He made me in his image. No, but like, look at this build and tell me anybody is watching over us. That's fucking absurd to believe. What do we have? What do we have? I don't want radiant on anything though. That's kind of my issue.
Favorite color?
What's my favorite color? I don't know.
Sadness.
The sadness? Fuck you, man. Yeah, obviously. But aside from now, it's a burned submarine. I don't know. It's symbolic of how this run is crashing and burning. Damn, I really felt like I've been doing some unique stuff here. Burn both players for 3. but then also reduce adjacent cooldowns, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, Wanted Poster was a really funny joke. Illusoray is out. I don't think you can go anywhere. I mean, maybe it's something like this. And I am not happy about it. But maybe you just do something like this. But then I'm not hasting. And if I'm not hasting, I'm not scaling my crit rate. And if I'm not scaling my crit rate, what's the point of the entire build? Well, that's a great question. So I guess you can't do something like that. So then maybe you just do something like this. Yeah, maybe you do. But you're not going to be happy about it. Haste this 2 seconds when you use an adjacent friend. I think they're doing nothing for us, but I will let them stay around because, I mean, they've been here for so long. It's an illusory. Drop one, get one. What can I say? It's the circle of life. Medium and large items, that's our entire build.
Small things? Oh, okay.
There was a point in time where I foolishly thought that since my entire build was nothing but the small and medium items, that I could potentially get a small or medium item upgrade. That was just an obviously, you know, foolish ideal. An endeavor that did not deserve to exist. Damn, man, I'm horrible at the game now? Either that or everybody just looks up builds to play / doesn't have fun. It has to be one of the two. It simply must. I mean, we scale crit decently quick.
Waste of
This one is slow an item and gain regen for the fight. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I know slowing also gives my weapon stuff, but I need a good, I mean, maybe I can find like diamond dock lines here. Or maybe I just drop, I think turtle shell is too hard to fit, and I think this core just feels better. I think you are out, you are out. Okay, that gives me plenty of room to buy this, which will then give me another gold item with it. Slow an item, haste an item for 2 seconds with multicast for each adjacent vehicle. So, it's got X2 multicast right now. What if I found another vehicle we could run? Because then we're slowing, which scales in addition to hasting, but it's so slow. It might just be too slow to even care about.
There's fun size, and then there's boring size.
I think it is too slow to care about. Okay, well, we tried to upgrade the build there. Get a slow item or sells weapons. I mean, we still got a lot of weapons we could use. None of you, unfortunately. And I mean, an obsidian cannonade does have double damage. Just don't really know what I'm looking for with it. I really don't. Like, even if I liquidated everything, I'd have to liquidate so much to get the cannonade that at that point, it's hardly even worth having. Enchant item with poison effects or enchant item. Give me enchant item, and let's see what we get on our force field. Well, it might not be bad to have healing on it. It might just let us live through stuff we shouldn't be living through. Like, if this is supposed to be a burst down build, we might be good against that. This is a boulder one-shot build. Well, that's just, I mean, that's just a brutal day to be alive now, isn't it? This is going to boulder us. We're about to get fucking bouldered, man. I don't scale quick enough. We're bouldered. GG, I mean, GG, consider me bouldered. I'm not bouldered yet.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round. I don't want to know how I lived through getting Indiana Jones style flattened, but you know what? He lives, so can I. Well, he didn't actually get, yeah, I know. I saw the movie. Your burn items have more burn, or your crit item. I honestly just give all of my items a little bit more crit. Because the more we crit, the faster everything scales. Should we be alive right now? Well, isn't that the question that every user of Tumblr has asked themselves? I'm gonna say no, though. I think we're on borrowed time, even if I don't recognize it. And so because of that, I'm gonna play a little bit risky. I'm gonna go for this, because if we don't go for big plays, we might as well just lose anyways. So what is this? Just gaining regen, just gaining, okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think you can bring down all my shielding, right? you don't really deal much damage. You do a lot of poison, which sure is scary, but I don't really mind that much because now we're already hitting you for upside the head for way too much damage. Now, what am I looking out for? I mean, I need more shield. I just don't know how to play shield builds because I never do. I enjoy the game too much. Poison equal to your regen. You have +2 regen. That's an idea. Not one that I'm going to be doing, but that is an idea. Poison skills, ammo skills, or skills unique to Vanessa. Let's see what we got. When you use a weapon adjacent, nope. When your enemy has more health than you, no. When you use an item with ammo, damn, those are horrible choices. Wow. I mean, I guess we'll go with this. It's damage and shield. It's something.
You've come a long way, Lady Corsina.
Don't get me wrong. I was not very happy about that choice, by the way. That was not one that I was exuberant to see. Sell both of these. Hopefully get a medium-sized item minimum. The item to the left of this has its cooldown reduced by 25%.
I guess I'll take it.
Thoughts? Because I kind of fuck with this. I think that this might be the build. Now, you could say that this is a horrible build, but I would wager. It's been a pretty horrible build for a while. And watch this. At Pearl's dig site, we're about to get bailed out. When you use a small item, charge this 1 second. Micro Dave is not in. When you use your leftmost item, charge your rightmost item 1 second. That's too much to think about. Your lifesteal weapons, no. Broken shackles, no. Grape shot, no. I don't think. When you use a weapon, charge it, nah. No shot. Adjacent toys have +1 multicast. Oh, lighters aren't toys? Tell that to children. Your weapons have +10 damage. Man rolls most worst enchantment, or most ass enchantment of his life. Asked to leave the bazaar. Haste an item. No. Armadillo, when you shield charge this, 2 seconds. I mean, that could work. Jason cooldowns. Haste adjacent items. Adjacent vehicles have their cooldowns reduced. Charge it 2 seconds every time you shield. I mean, maybe Armadillo could do something.
Who were the people who left these things behind?
Now, the question is, which of these do I like more? I think this might be the answer, but I could be wrong. Let's just try it. I don't know. We gotta try something,
I
right?
may be young for a captain, but I've seen my
Okay.
share.
A lot of burn, so shield might be okay, depending on what they're doing. Okay, so they are a slowing lighthouse, aka a completely self-sustaining lighthouse. I'll never get to play the game for as long as I live because I have too few targets. Yeah, okay. I mean, that one does kind of like sting a little bit, right? Yeah, no, that's fucking horrible.
like a
Okay.
boulder.
Oh, enemies' cooldowns are increased by 1 second. No wonder you went for a slow build. That must be nice. Every time I go for a slow build, they give me the worst enchantments of all time. And you say that's because you force builds? I don't even know if I do that hard. Because there I didn't feel like I was forcing. I was adapting constantly, but I just adapt horribly. And I don't really know if you can fix that. Damn, man. Is Bazaar more sweaty now that it's out of or in open beta? Maybe. I mean, maybe people got scared off by the prize pass, so the only people playing ranked now are like the most degenerate players of all time. Damn. No, I don't know if I enjoyed playing today so far. This has been truly a soberingly horrible experience. Oh, man. That's rough. And I know it's like, oh, it's just a couple bad games. Yeah, but I really don't know what I've been doing wrong. I still feel like I'm playing the same I always do, yet nothing works. I don't think I'm playing that much worse than I normally do. And it could be just bad rolls of the opponents I'm up against, but that means that the pool must be pretty horrible. But you know what? Now that they gave me number 0 of cool LEDs, I'm feeling a little bit better. Now that they put an NFT in front of my face, I'm starting to think it'll all work out in the end. Damn. I just really don't feel like playing it anymore. That's crazy. Well, anyways, thank you guys for coming out. We'll see when Bizarre comes back. I don't know. It wasn't like miserable, right? Because I don't need to win to have fun. But it just kind of felt exhausting because I couldn't do anything to make my odds better. And I felt like I was playing fine. I felt like I had good enchants. I felt like I enchanted the right items. I was pivoting okay. I wasn't scaling that well, but it's because I don't know where scaling comes from anymore. They changed the game so much that when I'm out of sync with it, it feels so hard to dive back into it. Because it's like I'm coming back to a show at season 13 and the last season I saw was season 2. It's so much for me to catch up on before I'm even remotely competitive, which sucks. But I mean, that's just a knowledge check. And clearly, I'm failing it like a peon. But you know, thank you guys so much for coming out. I'll be live not tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow, I'm going to my little brother's birthday party. So I'm going to be hanging out with him all day. So after work, at least. So I will see you guys Wednesday for a stream, Thursday for a stream, likely Friday for a stream, and definitely Saturday for a stream. See ya!